Hey gang, Uncle Todd here, and I'm off to see Black Adam with The Rock and Pierce Brosnan. Tell you what I think when I get back. Okay, that was great. Might even go awesome. The basic plot, which ties in with Shazam, is that Black Adam was a slave, and he was given powers. Well, he was called Teth Adam. He was given powers by the wizards because his country was under an evil king. And the king was looking for Eternium to build a crown which would give him immortality. And so the powers were given to fight this. And it is now 5,000 years later. And the country is under the control of Intergang. And they are looking for the crown. And an archaeologist goes, she knows where it is from research. She goes to find it, but one of her band is a traitor. And Intergang swoops in to take the crown. And in a bit of desperation, she calls up Black Adam because she's learned how to do that from the ruins. And he just eviscerates them. It is really, when The Rock first appears, he is scary, remorseless. And he's all in black, so he's basically death personified. And then because he's returned, Amanda Waller, good old Amanda Waller, she calls up the Justice Society. And we get Hawkman, Dr. Fate, Atom Smasher, and I cannot remember the name of the fourth character. She's a wind manipulator. And they go in to take care of Black Adam before he can cause any problems internationally. And of course, eventually they all have to, after a knockdown, drag-out fight, they end up having to work together to stop Intergang from getting the crown. And wow, what a movie. A lot of action. The Rock is perfect as an anti-hero. The Black Adam really doesn't want to be a hero. He's the champion of the people, but he doesn't really feel he is a champion. He didn't look to be a champion. He doesn't consider himself a hero. He's just full of anger at the loss of his family. And he just wants to take it out on everybody. And when the Justice Society shows up, and they can't understand why the people aren't happy to see them there to take care of Black Adam. And as the archaeologist tells them, you know, you say you're here to keep international peace, but where have you been the last 25 years when we've been under the thumb of Intergang and have been subjected to abject slavery? That's all our country knows, one conqueror after another. We have our champion now, and you want to get rid of him. So what makes you think you're the good guy in this situation? And you know, great point. It makes you wonder the underpinning of this. Was there, like, Amanda Waller was okay with this as long as the trade was kept up, so that there was something that we wanted that they were able to supply? Isn't that always the way it is in our history? Usually oil or produce or something. But yeah, and you see Black Adam, well, Teth Adam become Black Adam as he eventually comes around and assumes his role as the protector of his country. He's not a ruler, he's not a dictator, he's not a champion. He's a protector. And that is very important. The Rock gives a great performance. It's a Rock movie. If you've ever been to a Rock action film, this is The Rock as a superhero, basically. And it is good, really good. Pierce Brosnan, excellent as Dr. Fate. Yes, he's older than he was in his Bond days or his Remington Steele days, but Dr. Fate is an older character. He's like 100 years old. He's one of the oldest magic-using superheroes in the comic book history. He came before Doctor Strange. I think the only one that predates him is Zatara, who was basically a Mandrake the Magician knockoff. But I think he was the first costumed sorcerer. And Pierce Brosnan is great in it. He's got this world weariness about him. And intelligence. A bit of a sense of humor about him. And of course, The Rock's got that great snarkiness about him, where he takes lines that on their surface aren't funny and makes them funny. Because you got to have a little humor from The Rock, because he's always great at one-liners. And I cannot remember the name of the actor who plays Hawkman, but he played Hardison in Leverage. That's where I remember him from. And he is the definitive Hawkman, I think. He's perfect in the role. And this, of course, ties in with Shazam, because Black Adam came from Shazam. And we get some great cameos. My favorite is Henry Winkler as the original Atom Smasher, talking to his nephew and giving him pointers on, on his powers and telling him to take care of the suit because it's vintage. And we get another cameo, but I'm not going to spoil it for people. It's in the post-credit scene, and it's pretty good. Yeah, excellent film. High action, great special effects. The Rock was made for this role. He's perfect in it. That's about all I have to say about this one. Please hit like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.